Welcome to the Stateboard packing kit for the aesthetics exam with the Arizona State Board of Cosmetology. So what we're going to do is we're going to review what goes into your State Board aesthetics kit. First of all, we start out with a suitcase or a container of some type. This is just a Walmart suitcase, costs less than 15 bucks. And the measurements cannot be more than 30 by 30. So this is a perfect size of suitcase. It also has the top zipper, which allows a little bit more to pack up. Now, you as the esthetician are going to remember to take your white lab coat, your entrance letter, your identification. You are also going to need one mannequin, and the important thing about the mannequin is that it does not have any makeup on. So we're going to set the mannequin aside right now, and then we're going to proceed. We have what's called the floater bag, which we'll go over in a second. Okay, we're going to start with the soiled linen bag, and what we've done is just gone to the 99-cent store and got a large bag and lined it with a trash liner so that holds the soiled linens that are wet. Okay, and make sure it's big enough when they see it. When you put it on the floor, you're going to make sure that you put it with the label outside. And so I like this because it fits perfectly into this top part of the suitcase. Your second bag is going to be labeled trash. Same thing, line it. So you put those in first. Also, what goes on this top is bag number 1. And your bag number 1 is going to contain your hand sanitizer, a disinfectant bottle, and a table cover. This is going to also go into this top zipper. So when you're ready to go into your kit, you know that you have to set up everything from the top zipper first. So now we're ready to go into our bag. The last thing that we're going to put in is the first thing that you're going to take out. So let's go ahead and open up the kit bag and get it ready. You have 2 baskets here. These 2 baskets both came from the 99-cent store, so it makes it easier to pack your kit. So we're going to pack our kit with the first basket. As you know by now that you're going to be doing 2 clients. So one basket is for one client and the procedures, and the second basket is for the second client. So now we're going to go to bag number 2. In bag number 2, we have our client setup. We're going to take 2 Sanic strips, a makeup cape, a headband, and a bouffant. And this is what we're going to drape our client with. So we're going to go ahead and put that in as the first thing. We now have bag number 3. And in bag number 3, we have our facial cleanser. We prefer to use something that you can squeeze out into your hands rather than having to use a spatula. A creamy cleanser is nice because it doesn't have too much foam. We're also going to have our makeup remover, our toner, and we have 6 1/2 cotton rounds that we're going to be using for our eye and makeup remover as well as our toning. And we also have 3 tissues in there just to wipe our hands or to take off any excess liquids on the face. So we're going to turn that and put it behind the previous bag. We now have bag number 4. In bag number 4, this one is labeled our exfoliating and steaming face supplies. We have our scrub, once again in the tube. We have a facial brush because it is required that we use one, a large spatula, 3 tissues, and 1 steam facial wrap for a steam towel. That one is in your separate bag, which we have here, and it is labeled facial steam wrap. So right before you go to board, you're going to wet this towel and wrap it up and put it into your soiled bag. As we move along, we're on bag number 5. Bag number 5 is our massaging of the face. In this bag you have your massage product, which is our massage oil, and 3 tissues. Bag number 6 is labeled as for our new client. This is going to be when you're done with your massage, you're going to be given instructions to clean up and set up. So bag number 6 has 1 table cover and 2 paper towels. Okay, so now what you're going to do is you are going to take your basket and place it into the suitcase. Now we're ready to work with our second client in our second basket. So we have bag number 7, and in bag number 7 we have 2 Sanix strips, 1 makeup cape, 1 headband, and 1 bouffant. In bag number 8, we have 4 antiseptic foils. We have 1 pair of tweezers, 4 gloves, 3 muslin strips, 1 soft wax simulated product, 1 after wax product, 1 small powder, and 2 disposable applicators. In bag number 9, which is a new procedure for the State Board, we have our particle microdermabrasion. That's assuming that you are going to be using some type of crystal or aluminum oxide for your microdermabrasion client. So you have 1 handpiece with the required 4-foot hose. So I'm going to go ahead and explain how we put together the hose. We went to the 99-cent store and bought a generic extension cord. And then we took the extension cord and split it down the middle all the way through. This is 5 feet. Then we took a glycolic swab and the extension cord. We cut the extension cord just to take off the rubber on the outside, leaving the wires on the inside. We stuck the glycolic swab over it and taped it together. So this makes for a great demonstration for your glycolic. And then we took a makeup brush cover and we just taped it onto the top, put a rubber band around it so it holds secure, and then we put it into our microdermabrasion kit. So it's inexpensive and it's easy to use, okay? So also in this kit is required 2 pairs of goggles. Once again, the goggles were purchased at the dollar store, all right? So let's review what is in this kit for microdermabrasion. We have 1 handpiece with a 4-foot hose. We have the simulated degreaser solution, which we will be using the 4x4 alcohol foils. We have 2 4x4 gauze for dusting the face after the procedure. We have the candidate face mask cover, 2 eye protections, 1 for the candidate and 1 for the mannequin. We have 2 gloves and 2 tissues. So those are all in here. During this procedure, remember, you're going to have to put on the face mask just so that you show the protection for yourself as well as for the client with the goggles. So this one is bag number 9 in your kit. Moving right along, we're going on to bag number 10. Bag number 10 has your face mask items in it, which include 1 mask product with color, 1 toner, 1 moisturizer, 1 mask brush, 1 spatula, 1 small cup, 4 1/2 cotton rounds, 1 steam towel, that would be your second steam towel, and 2 tissues. Kind of push them in there. In bag 11, you have your makeup. So in bag 11, we have 1 foundation, Try to use it in a tube if possible, so you can squeeze it onto your spatula. We have 1 translucent powder, 1 blush, 1 eyeshadow, 1 eyeliner pencil, 1 mascara, 1 lip liner, and 1 color for the lip. In bag number 12, we have our implements, which is for our makeup. 3 spatulas, 2 makeup sponges. We have 4 disposable shadow applicators, 1 pencil sharpener, 1 powder brush, 1 blush brush, 1 brow brush, a disposable lip brush, a disposable mascara wand, 4 Q-tips, 3 tissues, and 2 paper towels. All of those will go into your makeup bag of implements, and then they go right behind. The last procedure that you will be doing on the face is going to be your procedure for your eyelashes. Your procedure for your eyelashes entail a disposable mascara wand, 2 strip lashes that are longer than the eyes of the mannequin, so you can demonstrate the cutting of the lashes, 1 pair of scissors, 4 toothpicks, eyelash band adhesive, and 1 tweezers. That will conclude the setup for your procedures. Now, once you put this into your kit bag, you have 1 bag that is called a floater bag. And these are items that you're going to leave on your table setup in between the 2 clients. So in the floater bag, you have your disinfectant container, which is just a pencil box from the 99-cent store that has a label on it, and the label says items to be disinfected. You also have in here a first aid kit that also has your blood spill hazard in it. You have your facial wipes that you're going to be using throughout the procedure to rinse the face. And you also have your miscellaneous bag. And in your miscellaneous bag, you have additional items that you want to keep on the table set up just in case you run out. In the miscellaneous bag, we have 2 gloves, 6 tissues, 4 paper towels, 12 cotton rounds, 4 spatulas, a pair of tweezers, 1 headband, 4 Q-tips, and 1 bouffant. And once again, this will stay on your table setup just in case you run out of items. So that goes into your floater bag. The floater bag is then placed on the top of the kit. You have your 2 towels, steam towels, which would fit comfortably into this side area. Everything is in there nice and secure. Now you're going to zip it up. Your mannequin you will take in your hand. Make sure it is in a plastic bag, whether it's a small trash bag or an extra large Ziploc bag, but carry it in your hand. That concludes your setup kit packing for your aesthetic state board exam. Now we're ready to begin our exam. Our first part of the exam, first section, is our work area and client preparation and setup of supplies. You are given 15 minutes for this task. The proctor will read verbal instructions to you. During this time, the candidate will be evaluated on the following tasks. Disinfects all work area completely with products labeled in English, manufacturer's labels as a EPA registered hospital grade disinfectant. That you sanitize the hands with the product labeled in English, manufacturer's labels. And that you use universal supplies or labeled in English. If original manufacturer label is present, it must have English and may be in multiple languages. Any other created label must be in English only. Applies protective covering to the model or mannequin hair and body, and the items to be disinfected, soil linens, and trash bags are disposed of in the correct manner throughout this section. So we're going to go ahead and begin on how to properly do your table setup. When you arrive to your area to be tested, your kit bag is going to go onto the floor. You are going to be instructed that it remains on the floor. So during this time, I am just putting it on the table so that you can see how you're doing it. Pretend this is the floor. You're going to open up your suitcase on the top. You're going to pull out one bag and you're going to open it up and you are going to put it on the floor with the label facing out. You're going to open up your second bag and you're going to put it on the side with the label facing out. Now you're going to, again, this is on the floor, you are going to open up your Ziploc bag number 1. You're going to pull out your spray disinfectant with your appropriate disinfectant label on it. And you're going to pull out one paper towel. You're going to close the Ziploc bag. You're going to put it back into the lid and close the zipper. Okay? You're going to take your disinfectant, holding on to your cap. You're going to spray the area clean that you're going to be working under. You're going to put the cap back on, hold it, and wipe the area through. Your soil now goes into the trash bag. You may now set your disinfectant down on the table since your table has been sanitized. Go back into the top lid and remove the bag number 1. In bag number 1, you have a table cover. Your table cover has been pre-measured, which is on your instructions, and you're going to open it up and lay it on your table setup. And what we used is we just went and got some old shower curtains at the 99-cent store, and we're using those. So now you have your disinfectant, you have your hand sanitizer, and you have 2 paper towels. Place your paper towel, one on the bottom, and one directly over. You're now going to get rid of your bag into your trash bag, and you're now going to sanitize your hands over your soil bag. So your disinfectant and your sanitizer will remain on your table setup at all times. Go back into your bag, unzip it, and you're going to remove your floater bag. You're going to open up the floater bag and you're going to take all of the items out of your floater bag. You're going to throw your floater bag into your soil bag and sanitize your hands. Now this bag here is the miscellaneous items. Those will remain on your table setup. So you just want to kind of arrange everything so that you have room to work. So now you're ready to take out your your basket. At this point, we're going to take out the entire basket and place it on our table setup. And this basket is the one that starts with bag number 2. Taking the items from bag number 2 and putting them all under your paper towel until ready for use. Taking your bag, disposing of your Ziploc, and sanitizing your hands. At this point, we're going to take our mannequin, and our mannequin is going to get draped. We drape the head first, just for convenience of not having to move it so much around. We're just using shower caps. Either you have at the school already or you can get them at the 99-cent store. Okay, so we're using shower caps and a headband. I personally like to tie the headband in the back. Everybody has their preference. So do as you feel comfortable or as you were taught in school. Once the headband is secured, pull it back so that you can see the hairline barely. And be able to work on the face. Now we're ready to drape the neck and the drape. Sanitize your hands. Take out one Sanic strip. You have 2 in there just in case you drop one. And the Sanic strip is pretty long, so what you're going to do is you're going to take it, put it right close to the neck, and you're just going to kind of wrap it around, okay? And you're going to tuck it on the bottom. That way you can roll it down and it won't come apart. Now you're going to take your facial cape. Now we just cut these out of the paper that we use for waxing because they're not bulky and they're convenient. So on this, what you're going to do is you're going to just take it, and with these 2 ties here, you're going to turn it around and you're just going to tie them onto your client. Don't pull it too hard or it will come apart. Now that that's secure, you have it on your client. Okay, and you can see that it's not that bulky. All right, now you have your material, you have your supplies, and everything is ready to go and set up. Okay, sanitize your hands, make sure that everything is out. The only other thing that you're going to need to place on here is your 2 steam facial wraps, because once you finish the setup, you're not going to be allowed to put things back into the bag. So you just want to kind of take everything out at once. And we have 1 and we have 2. And I just let her kind of lean up there until I'm ready to use it. Sanitize my hands and step back. And that lets the examiner know that you have completed the setup. The second procedure that you're going to be doing today is your cleansing of the face with product. This is a 10-minute procedure. The proctor will read you the verbal instructions. Candidates will be evaluated on the following tasks. Facial cleansing supplies are labeled in English if in its original manufacturer's label is present. It must have English and may be multi-language. Any other creative label must be in English only. Implements and supplies are visibly clean. Cleanses the eye area completely. Cleanses the lips completely. Distributes cleanser over the face, removes residue makeup and cleanser, applies toner or astringent. Items to be disinfectant, soil, linens, and trash are disposed of in the correct manner throughout the section. So when you're ready, remember that your mannequin can have eyebrows, but no lip color, no cheek color, no eyeshadow or anything. You will be marked off, if not asked to leave, if that is the case. Your mannequin does not have to have shoulders. That's up to you. It depends if you get one from your school. I kind of hold it through, but I leave this just a little bit close so it has something to hold on to until I get ready. Okay, so at this point I am going to take out the product for my cleansing. I have my cleanser, my toner, my eye makeup remover, which goes in the same order. I make sure that I have them in original containers as to what they are. I also have my tissue, and the tissue is just in case to wipe off my hands of product, and or when you put them under your paper towel, make sure they're individually folded so you don't end up with a mess. Those will go under your paper towel. And you have your cotton rounds. We use them cut in half so that you can cleanse the eyes, the lips, and tone. Those also go under your paper towel until you're ready to use them. Your bag that you have just emptied will go into your trash bag and sanitize your hands. Now let me just go back one step. When she says you're ready to begin, the very first thing you're going to do is sanitize your hands. You can never sanitize your hands enough, okay? These items here are still part of this procedure. With the first client, they're just going to remain at the side. So you don't have to be going in and out of your suitcase. So now we're ready to begin our cleansing process. As we were taught in school, we always remove the eye and the lip makeup first. We do that with a procedure called double bracing. Double bracing is 2 points of contact, however you were taught at your school. So you go to the approach position, 1 point, 1 point, and then you cleanse with your cotton. You're going to double brace around the eyes and the lips, working the lips from corner to center, corner to center. So let's go ahead and begin. You're going to take 3 cotton round halves as such. you're going to take your makeup remover and over your soil bag, which I am not going to do it over my soil bag just so I can demonstrate it for you. You're going to saturate without touching, or I guess I am. You're going to saturate it without touching onto the nozzle. Over your soil bag, just squeeze out the excess. And now you have 3 saturated cotton rounds. 1, 2, and 3. Go into your approach position with your client. And you're going to take and apply the cotton rounds to the eyes first. So come up, brace 1, brace 2, and drop. Brace 1, brace 2, and drop. It's very important that you don't go over the face. Always go around the face. With this last piece of cotton, you're going to wrap it around the index finger with the opening end at the top. Go to your approach position, brace on the corner of the lip, brace under the chin, and go from corner to center on the bottom, corner to center on the top. Turn it over, opening in, corner to center, corner to center. Bring it around, throw the cotton into your soil bag, and sanitize your hands. Now we're ready to remove the eye makeup. Approach position, brace 1, brace 2, lift, wrap it around the index finger, 1, 2, 3 down, 1 across, and in on the bottom and up on those lashes. Throw it into your soil bag. Sanitize your hands, approach position. You're going to brace 1 and brace 2, removing the cotton round. You're going to open it into your index finger, 1, 2, 3, around, in, and up. If your school has shown you a different way to double brace, go ahead and do it, as long as you are using 2 points of contact. So sanitize your hands, and that completes the removal of the eye and lip makeup. So now we're ready to move into our cleansing of the face. We're going to do 1 manual cleansing. We're going to take our cleanser over our soil bag. We're going to apply a generous amount of cleanser. Now, you don't want this nozzle to touch the fingers, and you don't want to lay your lid down, so just try to manipulate it in your hand. Goes back onto your table setup, come around, emulsify your product well, and you have to demonstrate distribution. So the way we're going to demonstrate distribution is go to our approach position, 1 and 2. Okay? And then you're going to begin your cleansing. We're using friction movements and using our facial fingers. When you get to those ending areas, hold them, work through. Now you're going to do a little petrissage. And working up to zone 2. Get over the lip and to the center of the ear. Zone 2 starts at the corners of the mouth to the center of the ear. Zone 1 starts at the middle of the chin and to behind the ear. Using your friction movements all through this application. Facial fingers. Come up the sides of the nose, the bridge of the nose, and on the forehead. Get as close to the hairband as you can. Go ahead and emulsify on the side and continue. Using some petrissage movements. Okay, stop at a pressure point. Take out one tissue that's already on top. Wipe the excess product off your hand. Now this was a new tube, so I didn't know how thick it was going to be. So you might want to judge it before you go, just so you don't have too much product. Throw that into your soil bag and sanitize your hands. At this point, we are going to open up our little packet that is our makeup wipes. And our makeup wipes are going to be used as little mitts to remove the product. So you take out two and make sure you close it back up. You take the makeup wipe and you kind of make little pads with them. Okay? So you're going to, kind of like if you were using a 4x4. Okay? Okay. So now we're just going to rinse the skin, go to the approach position, go back, and one of the things is that they don't want to see you drag the skin down. Go back, it's always up and out. Up on the nose, and down on the forehead. Always up and out. In on the bottom of the eyes and out. Make sure that you have everything off. Make sure that you got all inside the nose, behind the ear, and off the hairline. This now goes into your soil bag and sanitize your hands. Now we're ready to tone our client. We're going to take from under our paper towel 2 cotton rounds, and using our toner over our soil bag, we're going to saturate our cotton rounds. Take out the excess liquid over the soil bag. Begin in the approach position with the both cuts in the middle. Begin and go back to 1, zone 2, zone 3, and zone 4. Just kind of go down a little on the nose. And make sure you don't have any product anywhere. Throw that cotton away and sanitize your hands. Take out one tissue, and this helps to remove any excess products. Make a V and just press out any excess liquid. Turn it over. You can wrap it around your fingers and then just get into any corners if you see any product. Throw that away. Sanitize your hands. Make sure that your table setup is always nice and neat and everything is in order. At this time, you're done with your cleansing. You can take your product, and your product can be eliminated from your table setup. and just put it into your trash bag. Now we have completed our cleansing, and you want to sanitize your hands and step back. The next section of your State Board Aesthetics Practical Exam is exfoliating the face with product using facial brush, including towel steaming. You have 10 minutes for this procedure. Your proctor will read your verbal instructions. The candidate will be evaluated on the following tasks. Exfoliation supplies are labeled in English. If original manufacturer's label is present, it must have English and may be multi-language. Any other creative label must be in English only. Implements and supplies are visibly clean. Applies exfoliating product over face and manipulates with facial brush, excluding the eyes and the mouth. Steam towel is applied and removed, removes residual product, and items to be disinfected, soil linens, and trash are disposed of in the correct manner throughout the section. So during this process, we're going to apply our exfoliating product onto the face and manipulate it with our facial brush. So the first thing we're going to do when we begin is we are going to sanitize our hands over our soil bag. Then we're going to take our bag number 4 and we're going to remove the items and place them on our table setup. Our first thing we're going to remove is our scrub exfoliating cream. We are going to remove our 3 tissues that are going to be placed under our paper towel, just in case. We also have 1 spatula, and we have our facial brush. Both of those will go under our paper towel. Our bag will then go into our soil bag, and we sanitize our hands. At this point, we're ready to begin with our exfoliation process. And what we're going to do is we're going to first take our spatula and our product. I recommend you get product that's in a container of such that you can squeeze onto the spatula. Again, you would do this over your soil bag, but for video purposes, we're going to do it here. You take the product, put it onto the spatula, close your product. From that point, that goes onto your fingertips and your spatula gets disposed of. You're now going to manipulate the product to break it down. Go to your approach position and you're going to distribute the product onto the face. Now this is a scrub product, so we're really going to be able to demonstrate exfoliation. Get it on there, all over, and using your facial fingers. Now you take 1 tissue that is under your paper towel and you wipe your hands clean of the exfoliating product so that you can go to the next task. Your next task is going to be utilizing a facial brush. You take your facial brush and you're going to manipulate it onto the skin. So start in your approach position. You have your brush in one hand and you're always securing the face with the second hand. Apply the brush. Do not demonstrate your pressing on the skin. The brush has to glide in upward movements over the skin. Circular movements are always moving up, gently over the skin. Come up to the top, come lightly down and around. Switch your hands. Start at the bottom, circular movements. excluding the mouth and the eyes. When you've completed, you're going to take one tissue from under your paper towel. This is an item that needs to be disinfected. You wrap it in the tissue, and it now goes into your disinfected box that is already on your table set up. Make sure the lid is closed secure. So at this point, now we're going to demonstrate the removal using our facial steam wrap. You have wet it prior to arriving to the testing site. So you're going to remove the simulated steam towel, throw your soil bag into your trash bag, your Ziploc bag into your trash bag. You're now going to test the towel before applying it to the client's face. So you're going to roll it open as such. Test it on the inside of your wrist on both sides. Take and gently apply it with the eyes closed over the face, and making sure you have all areas secured. You want to hold it. Do not apply pressure over this eye area. Always stay on the sides and the forehead. Hold there for about 20 seconds or so and move your hands one time. Now you're ready to remove this product. So you're going to take and you're going to wipe the area clean. You're doing one side at a time. When you apply this steam towel and you've tested, make sure that you ask your client, how is that temperature? That is patron protection or client protection. So that is a must. When you remove it, you want to make sure that there is no irritation to the skin. So you want to ask the client how that feels. Wipe it really well, get the bulk of the product off, bring it in front, and now you are going to go ahead and dispose of your towel. Your towel will then go into the bag that is labeled soiled linen. Okay? So at this point, now we're going to wipe off any residue of our product, and we're going to be using our facial wipes. So go ahead and remove 2 facial wipes from the little packet. Make sure it's closed, back on your table setup. And once again, make your little 2x2s so that you can wipe it clean. Holding the skin secure, you can do one at a time just to kind of get it off. Sure you get under there as well. And wipe it clean. Throw away your facial wipes and sanitize your hands. You are not going to be toning at this time, but you do want to take one tissue and just make sure that there's no product or moisture left on the skin. So you're just going to kind of do a light pat through, which helps you to remove that. Throw it into your soil bag, sanitize your hands, and at this point you remove your cleanser and put it into your trash bag. You have now, you want to make sure that your table setup is nice and neat, everything is closed, and you have now completed your exfoliation. You're going to sanitize your hands and you're going to step back. In this section of your aesthetics exam for your practical application, you will be demonstrating massaging the face with product for 10 minutes. The proctor will read you the verbal instructions. The candidates will be evaluated on the following tasks. Massage supplies are labeled in English if original manufacturer label is present. It must have English and may be multi-language. Any other creative label must be in English only. Implements and supplies are visibly clean. Distributes the massage product over the face. Demonstrates the effleurage movement. Demonstrates petrissage movement. Demonstrates tapotement movement, and demonstrates the friction movement. Removes residue of massage product, and items to be disinfected, soil linens, and trash are disposed of in the correct manner throughout the section. So now let's get ready to begin our massage application. The first thing you're going to do is sanitize your hands. You're going to remove bag number 6, which contains your massage oil and your paper towels or Kleenex. Place your massage oil onto the table setup. You also have 3 Kleenexes. Make sure they are separate and they go under your paper towel. Dispose of your Ziploc bag into your trash bag and sanitize your hands. We're now ready to begin our massage. The first thing that you need to make sure that you do is that you distribute the oil properly. Do not use too much oil that you're going to have this constant glisten on the face, but don't use so little that they can't see and it looks like you're dragging the skin. So you're going to apply over your soil bag a small amount of your massage oil. Okay, put the lid back onto your setup. Go to your approach position, and the first thing you want to do is distribute the product. So from the approach position, you're going to do your butterfly out and down 2 times. Now we're going to demonstrate our friction using our facial fingers beginning in zone 1. Go all the way to the back, doing it 3 times. Remember, you have 10 minutes, so you want to make sure that you get pretty close to that 10 minutes. Then you're going to go up to zone 2 and do your friction movement. Hit your pressure points. And 3. So now I'm going to go back to zone 1 and I'm just going to do some petrissage across the mandible bone, making sure that I don't have my hand over her face but around her face. Doing my petrissage, doing some pinching around the mouth, and now moving up to the corners of my nose. Doing some friction movement across the zygomaticus muscle up onto the temporal. Apply pressure and begin again. You want to do this 3 times. We want to do some petrissage, which is kneading, pinching across this area to demonstrate that we do know how to do it. And then come up. We're going to go around the eyes. And we're going to pinch on the brows. 1, 2, and 3, and around. 1, 2, 3, and around. 1, 2, and 3, and around. Now we're just going to massage on the eyebrow area. And 3. Working up some effleurage movements. Across. And now we're going to add some friction movements to the forehead. And now we're ready to complete our massage. So we're going to come back and we're going to do some effleurage movements on our client. Coming around and doing one last one. Up, down, down, up, and down. We're now going to end our massage with some tapotement across the face. Do as you were instructed in school when it comes to your massage techniques. At this point, I'm at a pressure point. I'm going to release. I'm going to take one paper towel. I'm going to cleanse my hands of the oil. At this point, I'm going to take my facial wipes, open up my packet, and take out 2 facial wipes. Make sure my container is closed, and I'm going to make my 2x2s. Of such. Going into my approach position, I'm going to bring it up, and I'm going to hold one side, and I'm going to cleanse the area. Depending on the type of mannequin you have, it'll be easier or more difficult. So try to secure that mannequin. I'm going to go to my other side and bring it up. Make sure that you get in those creases to remove the product. Go in under the eyes and behind the ears and under the chin. You're now going to throw those into your soil bag and sanitize your hands. You're going to take one tissue, open it up, and you're going to make it into a V form, triangle form, and just kind of press on it to get any of that excess oil off. Throw that tissue into the soil bag, sanitize your hands, and remove your massage product from your table setup into your trash bag. Make sure that your table setup is still arranged nicely and neatly, and sanitize your hands and step back. This concludes your massage application. Okay, now at the completion of your massage and everyone has completed, then the examiner will read the following instructions. This is at the point where we're going to have to change models or mannequins. So the proctor will read, you have 5 minutes to break down and properly dispose of supplies used in the previous section of this examination. You will be informed when you have 2 minutes remaining. Do not set up or demonstrate any service until a verbal instructions have been read and you are instructed to begin. Step back to indicate when you have finished cleaning up. During this time, the examiner is looking for that you have cleaned up, undraped your model, put her to the side, and the table cover needs to be removed. The items that are going to be left on the table setup are going to be items that are in general use. So you're going to take your last basket. You have your table cover for this last procedure, which is going to be set aside. Now this table cover is in bag 6. If you want to put it in the second one, you can, or you can leave it here. So at this point, we're going to demonstrate how you're going to clean up. You're going to take all of these items and you're going to put them into this basket. And these are your universal items, okay? So you're just going to lay them into this basket here. All this other stuff needs to be disposed of. So you're going to take your paper towels and anything in it, and you're going to dispose of it. You're also going to undrape your model because this model is going home. And you're going to remove the shower cap and undrape. All of these items will then go into the trash bag. You have your one facial towel out. Go ahead and put it into your basket. And your basket here is going to remain on your table setup. Your mannequin is going to remain on your table setup for redraping. So at this point, you have completed and removed. Take your basket and you're going to open up your you're going to open up your suitcase and you're going to place this basket in the suitcase. And you're going to wait for further instructions.